Okay, so this is our program here. Come on, girls, let's go show them. This is our tack room here. We started in early June, eh? And we wanted to see if we could get the kids to a place where they could be on their own independently, right? And it's kind of a go and miss type of thing all the way through. You know, we had to try to do our best to accommodate the kids, but also we had to think about all the ins and outs that were part of the program. This is if you walk with me here, we'll walk down through the horses. These are all program horses. They're all rideable. Every one of them are rideable, eh? And all the girls, they ride on them. And this one here is a brand new beginner to our group. He's a brand new start, that one. His name is Copper. A little colt there.
How are you doing? Are you hungry? Oh yeah, she's definitely hungry.
This is going to be a gate here when I get it done. We'll put a gate in here. But this is where we do most of the training. We train our horses in here, right? That's a starter train. We start them here. This is the beginning of the arena. They start in here. And this is where they begin at. And then they run through the gate and then they go in and do the barrels, eh? The arena is 170 feet long by 102 feet wide. And that was donated by Equine out of Merritt here. They donated the sand for it. And we were so appreciative because we really needed a place for the kids to ride, you know. We had, at that point, 21 kids in here, and they were really looking for a place to get their beginning, right? And they all had this dream that they wanted to be the rider, you know. They wanted to be the one that was going to make the papers and be the one that was going to be, you know, a part of the community, right? That the community is going to recognize. Because these kids are very, very, very hard kids to start. They come from a real hard background, lots of them, you know. And they had really no beginning, and this is kind of where they found their start at. I'm very proud of it, this program. It really took off, you know. It was starting out to be an old man dream of just letting two kids ride his horses without getting sued for it, right? So we went and got insurance for it, and then we ended up getting Horse Council BC insurance for each children individually. They individually got their own Horse Council BC. So from that point, we just kind of let them learn on their own, more or less, you know, and get the feel of the horse and understand the value of the horse and how to react to it, work with it, and be a part of its life, right?
How much support are you getting from the band?
Lower Nicola Indian Band was very good in the sense of they were paying for our hay for a while. As long as the youth funding was going, they paid for our hay, which gave us a great opportunity to move forward because, you know, like I say, on my pension, you don't get enough money to pay for 18 horses worth of hay, right? But the youth funding ran out now. So we're back to scratching again and hoping that we can create some kind of a step to move this program one more year. You know, this winter's going to be a tough winter. I don't know if I'm going to be able to carry the cost of the hay. But that's the common story for anybody that's trying to make a start, is that you got to take the good and the bad. You got to get over the thoughts of defeat and worry about the next step. That's all. You know, I feel truly that there will be people that will help us. There will be people that will hear our story and support our cause and see the kids. That's one of the big factors, is to see the kids and how they're producing, how they're getting ahead. You know, when I go to these events and I see these kids succeeding, there's nothing more clear in my heart than watching that step being made, right? It just gives me an opportunity to say, it's working. You know, all these kids, we got them from places where there was unbelievable. You know, you wouldn't believe the stories on some of these kids. You know, they come from a background where their parents had so much suffering in their lives, so much depression in their lives, so much substances in their lives that they had to recreate their lives. And these little kids shouldn't be a part of that. They should have their own story now. This is their time. This is not the parents' time anymore, it's the kids' time. And this is where they got to support the kids. They got to follow their dream, and they got to say, you know what, we're going to support every step you take. I mean, you look at our mentors of today. You know, the Ty Pozabon, The other ones that really that stood out, they stood out because of hard work, because they believed in a future. Between the three elements, I think we can create something out of this place. You know, the children, the place, and the energy. The energy that we all have to want to make this step forward. I think we can move forward with it. And if the old man falls down and gets broke, and I'll come up again. I'll figure a way. I've done it for 70 years, and I'll figure a way to open this up again. When I leave this legacy, when they get out there and they start to say, we're going to carry it on for Phil, we're not going to stop, because we think it's going to be a place where we can all take our kids. They're going to be older in 5 years. They're going to have their own families, and they're going to have to take that on. The ideas will never die.
So if you had to summarize it, what is the idea for this group and what you're doing here?
Yeah. And in reality, to sum it all down, it's just connection. Connection is what we're trying to establish here, is connecting the elder and the youth. You know, there have been so many seminars on how do we connect the elders and the youth? How do we make them sit in the same table in the same room? How do we talk to the kids without them being concentrating on the phone compared to concentrating on what you're trying to say? And this kind of shows you the actual answer. You know, you just be a part. Just be a part the best you can. You know, take the ups and downs with them. Give it everything you got to show them that this is a real creation. You know, I remember one time a fellow said to me, what would you do if you seen a real live angel? Would you call him down? Would you say we don't believe in you? We don't think you're real? We don't think anything about you? You're not even there. You're just a myth, that story in the stories. Or would you say, I believe in you, and I'll give everything I got to follow what you're doing, because I think it's the right thing to do. These are the things that we look at, but the reality is you got real live angels every single day in your life. And this is what we're trying to teach the kids. Mentors that want to do something for you for nothing. They don't ask for a single solitary thing. They just want to believe in you and leave a legacy. That's what we are. We're real live angels trying to leave a legacy. And when we do end up giving it over to the kids, I pray to God every day that they'll respect me for what I'm doing today, and they will actually take it on their own and make these steps forward.